Let's go on duty with store to door. To do that, toggle the top button right here to go on duty. Once you're on duty, it will probably take you straight to the maps page where you can see what your route looks like and if you have been assigned any deliveries. In order to exit out of this maps page and see the task list, all you have to do is click on the top right where you see 3 dots and 3 horizontal lines. Once you do that, you should be able to see the task list if you've been assigned any tasks. If you haven't, and you're a new driver, click on this chat function right here and click on this addition button right here. There you'll be able to see the dispatchers who are online. Reach out to any of these dispatchers that are online. Like you see here, some of the dispatchers have a green highlight on their initials. That shows that the dispatchers are currently online. Just message one of them saying, hey, my availability is Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. or whatever your availability is, and then just send that over to them. Okay? Since they're online, they'll be able to see your message and respond back to you as soon as they can. Now, let's say that you're assigned tasks. If you're assigned tasks, you must always follow these task lists from top to bottom. So let's say you're ready to do your first delivery. What does the delivery look like? So each delivery has a pickup task and a drop-off task. As you can see on the app there's a task with the arrow up and a task with the arrow down. Task with the arrow up at 4910 Gordon Road, that represents a task that you will need to use to go pick up the package, right? And task at 4882 Gordon Road, that task has an arrow down. That task represents the task you're going to use to go deliver the package. Okay? Now, let's say you're ready to go do your first delivery. Just click on this first pickup task that you see, right? Once you click on it, you'll be able to see the recipient name there, or the company name that you're going to pick up from, readapt, the delivery window, and the notes. It's very, very important that you always read the notes on every single task, including the pickup and the drop-off task. In order to make your way to the pickup task, you just have to click this directional arrow on the top right, and use Start Task and Navigate. I just press Navigate, but generally I would just go back and I can change that to Start Task and Navigate. What that does is that lets the dispatcher know that you've started the task and you're on your way there. So whatever navigation app you like, or Google or Apple Maps or Waze, you can configure that in the settings and select the Maps app that you prefer. Then you can just press go on the pickup task and make your way there. Now, once you arrive at the pickup location, what you want to do is you want to read what the note says, obviously. Pick up at the back door and let the person who's giving you the delivery know who you're picking up for. How do you know who you're picking up for? Well, it says that in the notes section under delivery recipient. You're picking up for Jerry Vasquez at 3998 Albert Street. Tell them I'm from StoreToDoor, here to pick up for Jerry Vasquez at 3998 Albert Street, Regina. Okay? Let's say they hand you the delivery. What you can now do is complete this pickup task. Okay? Right after they give you the delivery, you must complete the pickup task. Alright? So they complete with success. Now, your next task on the list is the drop-off task. Okay? So, you do the same thing here. Please call when you arrive. I'll meet you at the front. You do the same thing. You start the task by using the directional arrow. Start task and navigate. You end your previous navigation. Now, once you arrive at the drop-off location, the delivery location, you must also read the drop-off notes. It says, please call when you arrive. I'll meet you at the front. In order to call the customer, there's a call option right here with the phone sign. You can just use that and give them a call. And you can even message them like this, okay? Now, let's say you arrive at the location. You must then verify that you've arrived at the right location. How can you do that? Well, you can look at this address on the app, 4882 Gordon Road. And you look at the house number that you've arrived at. If it doesn't match, you have to find the house number, 4882. If it does match, then you know you're at the right house. Okay, now you're ready to do the drop-off. There's proof of delivery requirements here that you see that are highlighted, like photo, signature, age verification, and notes. Okay, before you can complete this task, before you can complete this delivery, you must get all of these proof of delivery requirements. Let's start with the photo. For a photo, what I want you to do is I want you to take a photo of the house number and photo of the package in front of the door. Now you can take multiple photos, okay? It doesn't only have to be one. And then add those photos and you'll save. For signature, you just need to get the customer to sign on your phone and then save that. For age verification, we always want you to do this manually. So what you can do is press edit on the top right hand side, or if you're on Android, there should be a plus sign somewhere. And then instead of always having to go back month like this until you change years, you can just simply click on the year, right? The age obviously has to be over 19 if you're in Saskatchewan, over 18 if you're in Alberta. It depends on what your provinces you're delivering in. Okay, and we just say May 1990, all right, and pick a date, and it will automatically verify it. And then for a notes requirement, you can just write how you did the delivery. So if you handed it to the customer, just write handed it to the customer, okay? And then now you have nothing else required here. Everything is completed. You can then complete the task. What you see next is having multiple pickups at the same location. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pickup tasks back to back at the same place for the same company. That lets you know that you have multiple deliveries to pick up at that location, right? So you would start this first pickup task the same way you started the other one. Start task and navigate. Once you arrive at the pickup location, you tell them who you're picking up for, right? You read the notes right here and say, hey, I'm picking up for Ben Chu. Now, that's just one of the customers you're picking up for. Remember, you have multiple pickups at this location for the same time frame. You also have a pickup for Elaine Hoffert. You have a pickup for Jerry Judge. You have a pickup for John Doe. Okay? Now, let's say they give you all the pickups. Let's say they give you all the deliveries. Once they give you the deliveries, before going to deliver, you must complete the pickup task. Each one of them. Okay? So let's go tap to complete here. Complete with success because they have given us a delivery. Since you've already arrived at the location, you do not have to do start task and navigate. Okay? All you have to do is hold to start, tap to complete, and tap to complete. Hold to start, tap to complete, and tap to complete. Okay? So, that is how that is going to work. Once you have picked up all the packages, you just complete the pickup tasks before you go and do the delivery, because a delivery has a different task, a drop-off task that you can follow. All right, now to go to a delivery, you just do the same thing. You start task and navigate, right? Since you haven't arrived there yet. Once you get there, you tap to complete, you read the notes, right? And now you see that there's photo and a signature required only. So you don't have to do every single one of the proof of requirements. You only have to do the ones that are required. For photo, like I said, you have to take a photo of the package in front of the door and photo of the house number. For signature, you just have to get the customer signature and then press save. You don't have to do age verification or notes because it is not required. Tap to complete. Same thing for here. You already know how to get to the location now. Just a matter of, reading the notes. Please drop it off in patio. Okay, sounds good. Now, it only requires to take a photo here. So you don't have to do signature, age verification. Okay, those two you don't have to do. It requires you to do photo, and actually it requires you to do notes as well. So for notes, like I said, all you have to do for notes is just write how you did the delivery. So if you left it at the patio, just put left it at the patio. All right. If you didn't leave it at the patio or handed it to the customer, I handed it to the customer. Now for the delivery photos, same thing. Photo of the package and photo of the house number, and then complete that. Okay. So here it only requires a signature and a note, so you don't have to take a photo if you don't need to. Just get their signature and notes. Handed it to the customer. All right. But let's say you arrive at a location and the customer is not home or they're not responding, and it's a prescription that you are delivering, right? So we want to learn how to fail a task. There it requires a signature and age verification. So anything that requires a signature and age verification, you obviously cannot leave that in front of the door because you need the customer's signature, right? So we want to select this failure option instead of the success option, and write in notes why you could not deliver the package. If the customer wasn't responding, customer was not responding. Once you fail the delivery, please reach out to dispatch for your next steps, okay? And they will instruct you on what to do with this delivery that you've just failed. And then complete with failure. Same thing here. Right, now this only requires a photo, so you can most likely leave it in front of the house door. If it's not an apartment, if it's a house door, you can most likely leave it in there where there's, you know, a safe place to leave the package. If it's an apartment and you can't get in front of the unit door, you would not leave this package in front of an apartment building, okay? But you can leave it in front of the house door if only photo is required for proof of delivery, and then just complete that. Like I mentioned prior, you can choose what maps to use or navigation app to use. And just go to the settings and then navigation, Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze, whatever you have, whatever you prefer. Okay. That is how you do deliveries with StoreToDoor. If you have any questions, please reach out to the dispatchers that are online, and they should be able to answer any questions that you have. Thank you, and excited to see you on the road.